This week we've been looking at a wide assortment of Greenlight vehicles released in August 2016. We started out by looking at Hitch and Tow Series 7, Heavy Duty Trucks Series 6, and yesterday we were looking at Hollywood Series 14. Today we're going to be taking one of these next 6-car sets out of the package for a full review. We've got VW Club left with its 6 Volkswagen Beetles and vans. And the Blue Collar Collection Series 1. This is a brand new series. We've also got, of course, our 2 exclusives, which we'll probably look at today, along with the Blue Collar, which is a highly anticipated release for me. And a lot of cool trucks in there that I think you will enjoy. This is my first look at the Blue Collar Collection and its packaging, which appears to be a generic, same package for at least 5 of the 6 vehicles in the set. We'll spin them around and have a look to be sure. The only one that's different here is the New York City DOT Ford F-150 Lariat. Let's just grab the first one here, a 1968 Chevrolet C10. On the back we've got a notepad with a contractor's hand and a pencil in it, checking off all 6 vehicles that are in the set, which we'll look at. To do, oil change, new wipers, air filter, lunch. That has not been crossed off. Busy guy, blue collar. It's got an old truck in the background. Limited edition. And of course, let's see where it says Series 1, right up there. So, the next one in the set that we're going to look at is the 1976 Dodge B100 van. This is a really cool paint job on this vehicle. One of my favorite castings as well from Greenlight. Almost as much as I like station wagons and 4-door cars, I like the big old vans. So yes, indeed, the packaging is the same for those 2, and I imagine for the rest of the 3. Volkswagen panel van is up next. This one feels a little lighter than the other 2 that I've picked up. I'm wondering if it also has a plastic base, as when I reviewed Hollywood Series 14 I was surprised to find the Volkswagen Beetle in that collection had a plastic base. So I would be less surprised now to find that they're including a 1 vehicle in the 6-car sets now with a lighter production. And the next one we've got is a 2014 Ram 1500 Tradesman. This one definitely isn't light on production value here. We've got a full plow and salt spreader on it. And of course the packaging is the same. I think we can pretty much confirm that now. Also in the mix, a 2015 Ford F-150 XL. This one has some graphics on it. Comfort Systems USA. Quality People Building Solutions. I guess that's a company. Not sure I know anything more about it than that. And then we've got the odd one out as far as packaging goes. This 2015 Ford F-150 Lariat. It's got the New York cityscape in the background, which is really cool. And an awesome picture of, well, a rendition of this actual truck in the streets of New York. It's licensed, as you can tell by the hologram up there. And that probably is why the packaging is different. However, still doesn't fully explain what it's doing in the Blue Collar Collection as a licensed vehicle. Now, in addition to those 6 vehicles that we're looking at, which is all one set, we might as well take a good look at the old Dodge Ram. Well, not old, 2015 Ram 1500. This one is basically the exact same truck as the yellow Blue Collar edition. Both have the salt spreaders and plow. Appear to have different wheels, silver steely wheels versus the chrome 5-spokes on this one. And this is an exclusive. You can buy these online from various sellers on eBay. And it's got a little story on the back there all about the Ram 1500. If you'd like to pause on that, you can read more about that. Pretty nice packaging, however. And the final exclusive that I had was this Shasta Airflight trailer. So I am going to leave this one in the package because I do like the presentation of it, and I do have a lot of these Shasta Airflight trailers already loose from all the Hitch and Tow series that I've collected over the years. And there you go. But you can quite clearly see the vehicle. There's really no sense in opening it up to do a further review than that. And there's no vehicle to tow it here. Well, I don't think I saw any hitches on any of these trucks. So sometimes Greenlights put hitches on the trucks even though they're not part of the Hitch and Tow series. But that has not happened this time around. Well, let's get all these vehicles out of the packages, starting with, of course, my favorite first. Any guesses on which one that will be? If you guess the 1968 Chevy C10 pickup truck, then you are correct. I really like this ladder combination they have on the back. We've seen this on some of the newer pickup models, but not on this truck. Further, and we'll explore the details of it, it's got some awesome mud splattering and weathering on it, which is always big bonus points for me in my 1/64 scale models. This packaging is brand new and shiny, and as much as I like the packaging, this is a full review and we got to open them up to fully enjoy them and take a look at all the details. So here we go. Let's just take a look at the truck in its semi-plastic environment before we fully remove it. And check out all the dirt and stuff on the wheels. Grime splattered up behind the front fender, onto the doors, and even on the rear quarter panels. This truck does not have an opening hood, however the hood is a separate piece. Oh boy, did they just put an opening hood on this truck? I think they did. No. You can see it wants to open, but it just does not. It is a separate piece indeed. And I've never seen one this loose before. It's very tempting to yank on it and see what the heck's under there, but it's just not going to happen, unfortunately. But you could take that off and insert your own motor, perhaps, if you were so dedicated to do so. Nevertheless, it's just really cool that it is a separate piece. And really nice truck. It's got a very flat, matte finish, typically seen on a vehicle that's been sitting out in the sun for 30 odd years, which I would imagine this old work truck probably has been doing. Got mud all the way around, both sides I should say anyways, and all metal construction. This one's got the 5-digit numeric production number on the bottom. Of course it isn't into the 5 digits yet, but clearly has the capability of going there. So, a fairly high production vehicle, I would say, for Greenlight on the Blue Collar Series 1. Let's get to the next vehicle. And that next vehicle in my favorites would be this van. Let's pop it out of this blister and see what's on the other side. Now this is a heavy casting, as it is all metal. Loving this tricolor paint job, very Americana, with the Mopar and direct connection Chrysler emblem on it. Really cool that even despite having red paint, well, clearly it is Greenlight after all we're talking about, but the red tail lamps being a different color red so that they stand out along with the side marker lights. This one's got the thin rubber tires on it. And there's the base, quite well detailed. Really like these big old vans. There are no opening parts on this vehicle either. But as I said, it's got a lot of weight to it as it is all metal. Appears to be quite a detailed interior in there. Although it is hard to see because there really are only a few windows. Another vehicle with only a few windows is the Volkswagen panel van. I really like the shell markings on it, paint scheme, And we're going to get this one out of the package next. And as I predicted, it indeed does have a plastic base, which is interesting. Still has rubber tires, of course. Really like those wheels too. They're really authentic. It's got like the deep dish style center hubcaps, steel rims. Awesome paint job. And yes, you may have seen in the background, I've brought out the HD Trucks Durastar delivery truck with the Shell tampos. Goes to show you the differences in the Shell logos over the years, as the Volkswagen van represents an older Shell logo and spelling of the word Shell itself. Notice also the logo says Shell right inside of the emblem, whereas the newer one does not. And also of interest, many of my viewers, you guys out there, noticed that I forgot to point out that this ramp comes down. Actually comes completely out of the Durastar truck here for accessing the back. And as it turns out, it doubles as a launching ramp for this tiny little Volkswagen van. Oh, I thought it was going to fit. It just does not quite fit due to the width of the front bumper. Well, let's see what will fit in there. Perhaps this little Volkswagen from Hollywood Series 14 will fit. And yes, it does. Isn't that cute? There you go. So you can get at least one type of car into the back of the Shell truck. Not that that's really what it was designed for. Anyways, I'm digressing. Back to Blue Collar Collection 1. Going in no particular order at this point, let's open up the Ford F-150 New York City truck and have a closer look at it. Appears that we've got a tonneau cover on it, which is something I don't think we've seen yet on this model from Greenlight. And indeed we do have a tonneau cover on there, as well as a heavy-duty push bar on the front, transparent light bar on the roof, and all the typical details we're getting used to seeing on this newer model of Ford pickup truck. Big meaty off-road tires on it. Really like that tonneau cover. It appears to be made of plastic. Lots of decal work on it, including an actual New York City government website. Emergency response. Pretty neat. Let's see if we can open up that tonneau cover. Oh yeah, it's removable. That means you can put this tonneau cover on other trucks that you may have. Pretty cool. Seeing that we've already discovered the tonneau cover for that Ford F-150, only makes sense to open this truck up next, which does not come with a tonneau cover, but we certainly are going to attempt to fit it on it. This one features the commercial style steel rims, which is different from the more expensive multi-spoke aluminum rim. And of course, let's not forget the optional tonneau cover, which does fit this truck just perfectly. No push bar. Also has the commercial front bumper, flat black, and flat black grille. Notice that Greenlight has actually not just changed the color, but we've got two different bumpers on this truck. The more expensive model having various fog lamp spots, and the commercial model just having a couple push bar spots on it. Pretty cool. What other differences can we spot here? Interesting that they didn't paint the bed liner of the New York City truck flat black in lieu of having this tonneau cover. I guess they felt the need was not there. Anyways, getting back to looking at this model, I'll have to look into that company because I'm not familiar with it. Got the badging on the front fenders. Last but not least, coming out of the collection from Blue Collar is the Dodge Ram 1500 Tradesman. And really this is one of my favorites in this collection because it's just such a cool big truck with so many parts on it, and all in yellow with the commercial bumpers and steel wheels. It looks really means business is what I see when I look at it. Let's get this one out of the package now. Nice. This is a very heavy model. This is a big truck. So we've got a little tire flashing there. Fix that up. Flat black bed liner. Love that it's got the step side rails on it. So many accessories on this truck, even for a base model. And of course it's all metal. The weight of this truck would probably be equivalent to about 3 or 4 of these vans here. Just the sheer size of it. And really nice job they've done on it. This is a great opportunity to compare it directly to the exclusive that I have in the package. And you can see quite clearly any differences, perhaps. So the wheels, for one. The grills are different, I do believe. This one's got the lines in the grill. Yeah, look at that. Lots of different details. We've got the lines in the grill on that one, and the mesh in the grill on the newer model. Did I say newer? This is the older model, I should say. This is a 1 year older model than this 2015. And what else can we find different? Looks to be the same at the back. Really like how Greenlight can identify all these little year-to-year model change differences and replicate them in the vehicles they release for our collections. So there we go. That was Blue Collar Series 1. Quite excited with this new series and looking forward to what is coming out next. Stay tuned for the last video in this series of Greenlight videos, and then we'll start looking at some other things. And that last video, of course, being the V-Dub Club Series 3. Stay tuned. Happy hunting.